So it's definitely been a while since I filmed a video, and I'm sorry about that. I don't have any good excuses. I've been away for the last couple of weekends, so things have just kind of been starting to get really crazy with summer coming up, and as you guys know, as the weather gets warmer and summer comes on, the plans start rolling in and it just becomes like a little bit more busy. But I do really want to say thank you so much for 500 subscribers, which means a lot to me. It's a small number in relative terms when it comes to content creation, but for me it's a lot and it means a lot, and I've worked really hard to see that, so thank you from the bottom of my heart. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Karina, and I just focus all of my content on really natural, simple, wearable makeup looks. Today I just wanted to do this very fresh, glowy, natural, summery look. It's just been my go-to look lately. It's really quick. It takes me like less than 15 minutes to do, but it's just very simple and very pretty. So it's about 5 o'clock here. I've already put sunscreen on in the morning, but it's about time to reapply. I'm gonna go for a walk with a couple girlfriends in about an hour. I'm just walking the river in Calgary, and it's really, really hot today and really sunny. I got this new sunscreen product. This is a Korean brand called Bano Baggy. It's SPF 50, and it is just this beautiful, beautiful formula because it's not greasy at all, and it wears perfectly under makeup because it just doesn't cake up or grease or anything like that. And then to get that beautiful skin glow, I've been mixing my Armani Luminous Silk with my Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector drops together, and it just gives me this absolutely gorgeous skin finish. You'll see what I mean. It's like silky, glowy, but not too greasy or anything. So I take about 2 pumps of that, about half a pump of the Becca. You don't want to do too much because otherwise it will be like really too shiny. And then I just mix those together with my hands and work that right into my skin. And then I always bring it down the sides of my face and on my neck as well. And then I just take like a big blending brush. This is the Morphe M439. Just gets the job done really, really quickly. So I just go back in, make sure there's no streakiness. I like applying products with my fingers because it's quick. I can just quickly mix it, get it on there kind of thing. But I always like to go in with a brush or a sponge after because it does pick up that excess product. So it gives you a lot less of like a cakey look. And it also just like makes it a little bit more natural because it's blended but also a little bit more sheer. See how it just gives it that like beautiful luminosity? So I'm going to use my Chanel bronzing cream next, and that same brush that I was using for my foundation. And I just kind of pick up some product and kind of buff that right into the sides of my cheeks, starting kind of right at the top of my ear just to make sure everything is a little bit higher. This is just going to add a little bit of color but not be too much. I want it still to be like blended and natural looking. I usually first do a concealer, but I saw the bronzer and picked it up and just went in with it. But the concealer I don't put very much on in the summertime. I want my skin to look like naturally healthy kind of thing without too much product. I've been loving this MAC Studio Fix one. I'll link everything down below. But I don't put very much on, so it doesn't matter really that I put my bronzer on first because I don't bring it all over my face. I just do a couple dabs like right into that inner socket of my eye, and then a couple here, and then just blend that out with my finger. So it's just getting this area right in here where I have the most like depth and shadow. And then whatever's left, I always run it right on my lid and up until my eyebrow. So it still looks like natural and, you know, not cakey at all, but compared to this side, the shadow is gone. I've talked about this concealer before. It's just a beautiful, super thin consistency, but it still lasts and it does a good job of covering everything that you need to cover. Unfortunately, my skin is really bad right now, so I'm gonna cover up those blemishes as well. I think I've been eating probably too much sugar lately, which definitely does not help. And then for setting, I don't set my whole face because I do want that glow to remain. So I use the Jaclyn Hill brush, the JH09, which is just like a small kind of fluffy brush. And I just like to go in under my eyes and over my eyelids just to keep the concealer from creasing and moving around too much. And then I always set where I've put the concealer on my blemishes as well, which for me is always right on my jawline and kind of down my neck. And then I am going to just kind of set around my nose and the center of my forehead. For blush, I kind of want to go with like a little bit of a peachy shade. I'm going to use this Tower 28 cream blush that I used in my last video, but I don't want the look to be quite as orangey, so I'm just going to do like a really small amount, and then I'm going to go in and kind of like set it with a different powder blush. I don't always put a highlighter on, but I'm going to pop on the Danessa Myricks cream highlight in the shade Tiara, and it's just kind of like this pretty champagne-y color. I'm barely going to put any on because I already have quite a bit of glow on my face, but I'm going to just pop that up pretty high up, kind of more like on my temple and very, very top of my cheek. But I like to put that on first before I go in with my powder blush. When you put this product on, it kind of takes away from the color that's on your face. So to set everything on my cheek, I'm going to use the Cover FX Monochromatic Blush Duo, and it's a matte and shimmer. So this is just a Morphe blush brush, and I'm just going to mix into both of those and lightly dab over my cheek and kind of up onto my temple. And then I'm just going to sweep that a little bit on my forehead, down my nose, on my chin, just to kind of tie everything together. And then I always like to fill in my beauty mark with an eyebrow marker, just so that my skin looks a little bit more natural. Part of what makes this routine so quick is that I really barely do anything to my eyebrows. I just take a Q-tip and put some micellar water on it and just kind of go in and rub that foundation off. Clean the brow up so that it's not covered. And then I've been using the Anastasia Brow Freeze for a few weeks now, and I can confidently tell you it's a really, really good product. I love it. So I just take a spoolie and I bend it down, and then I just dip it right into that brow freeze and brush my hairs up and over. They really stay in place all day. I just don't put any extra product in because this is just so quick. Mind you, I do have my brows microbladed, so you know, that takes away a lot of the work as well. But if I want like a perfect brow, I still do have to fill them in a little bit. I just haven't been because this is quicker, easier, and it still looks good. At this stage of the game, I'm fairly happy. I could just curl my lashes and be done, but I will just show you what I've been doing lately because it's still really quick. So I have my NARS eyeliner. This is in the color Mambo, and it's just kind of like a very rich chocolatey brown. I'm gonna start by tight lining my outer upper lid. And then I just fill in this outer part of my eye on top of my lid. And then I'm just gonna take my pencil once that whole outer part has been filled in and just kind of drag it up. It just gives me like a soft kind of brown wing with very minimal effort. Like it takes me 30 seconds and no brush needed or anything. So it just gives me this very simple wing, no brushes, just the liner. Just go in quickly, kind of drag it out, and you're good to go. Sometimes I like to just fill in the inner corner as well. So just like the inner part of my inner tear duct. That just kind of further defines and elongates your eye. And then a quick curl. For mascara, I have been trying the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes mascara. It's just a sample. I got it in one of my Sephora orders for free. So it just has like a nice kind of fluffy brush. It's easy to apply. So I'm gonna throw some of that on. And I'm only going to keep it to my top lashes. I'm not going to do anything on the bottom just because it's a lot quicker and it'll just kind of keep everything like focused on the top and kind of lifted. If you're a new subscriber and you subbed in like the last month or two, then leave a comment down below and let me know where you're from. I would love to meet you and kind of just see where you guys are from. So I put 2 coats of that on, and I really like it because it just makes my eyelashes look like pretty thick and fluffy. And then last but not least, lips. Lips, I keep it super, super simple. The product that I use by far the most for an everyday makeup look, and especially in the summer when it's just hot and you feel like things are melting off of you, is just a tinted balm. My favorite one is by Fresh. It's the Sugar Rosé, and it's just a beautiful tinted balm, super comfortable. This is like my 4th tube, I think. I've just used this product for years. It's just very natural looking. And then lately I have been topping it off if I am like, you know, meeting friends or something like that, with this Morphe Glassified Lip Oil. This is in the shade Flutter, and I really, really like this because it doesn't feel sticky at all. It doesn't feel oily either. It's just like a very comfortable wet kind of gloss. I never ever wear lip glosses in the winter time, but in the summer it just feels like the appropriate time to wear it, I guess. So that's what I've been doing lately. It's very, very quick. You can skip the eyeliner part or the mascara part, really. Like for me, it's all about the skin. And especially when I had a little bit of sunshine and I have a bit more of a glow, then I feel like you can just get away with skin and that's all you really have to worry about. But if I do have a few extra minutes, then I'll do my eyes as well. I would really love to hear from you. Like I said, comment below, let me know where you're from. Thank you so much for subscribing, and let me know what kind of content you want to see next. I am in the middle of planning some video ideas and I really want to hear from you guys. So yeah, definitely comment, and I will see you in my next video.